I gotta tell you, you need to watch this show. I gotta tell you, Marvel has been kind of lacking recently. Phase 4 was a hit or miss. Phase 5 is having a rough start with Ant-Man, not gonna lie.
Thank you, Spider-Man!
See you, chump.
But the point is that this show is a surprise to be sure, but a welcome one. Because I don't know why, but this show goes so hard, and I love the fact that it's just like so awesome. Now, the thing with this, I'm not going to lie to you, I'm not going to say I'm some huge mega fan. I never even knew who Moon Girl was until this show came out. But now, after this, I am surely a fan because this show slaps. This show is honestly amazing. Everything just works so great about it. The characters, the animation, the storytelling, the message it brings is just all amazing. And I'm just going to go beat by beat by beat and tell you why this show is awesome. So basically, just to get you first settled in here with the whole concept of this show. Basically, this show follows our main protagonist, Lunella Lafayette, who is like the super mega genius, super 200 IQ student or whatever. Honestly, it kind of gives me like the Dexter Laboratory vibes. I don't know if you guys ever seen that. That show also slaps too. But basically, she rips a portal between space and time. And out comes Devil Dinosaur. And with the show, they form the team, Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur, and they protect their part of the city in New York. Personally, New York City is basically a cesspool of itself, but hey, to each their own. And basically with that comes in her best friend, Casey, and I gotta tell you, first things first, the chemistry each character has with each other is amazing. Casey, Lunella, and Devil is just so awesome. Everything clicks. Because first with Casey is like whenever he's like with Casey and Lou, like their relationship with each other is just it's organic. Cause just from these from their interactions, everything in general, anytime they're on screen, it's just it just sounds so natural. It's just these people, it seems like it just clicks in this sort of thing. And same thing for Devil, to where he's just obviously just speaking gibberish, and it's how Lunella just has this back and forth with him, how it just feels natural. Same with him, and it's just awesome because if their connection didn't work, I feel like the whole show wouldn't work. But fortunately, each and every of that three trio, I guess you could say, is honestly, it's just you need to see it just to see how amazing it is.
Come on, MG! Give me your good side. I said your good side. Girl, this is my good side. Oh, never mind. We'll fix it in post. Ah!
Now, with the animation, that's the main topic I want to talk about. This animation is just so amazing. I mean, obviously, I could tell this was inspired by Into the Spider-Verse, but the way how all the colors are, everything just pops out like it's a comic book. And we even have the panels that separate the comic strips. It's the characters even use that to to talk to one another and have things affect off of them. And I think it's amazing how with they take the full aspect of what animation can be and how to use it to the fullest extent. I mean, everything just feels everything's popping out of nowhere, and it just feels so natural for a show like this to be. Because with animation, you are able to do anything or whatever you want, and this show takes it to the fullest extent. And I don't know, but it's just so amazing to see. And with that, it's just every time, and I'm gonna get into the music later, but this does deal with it. The animation just goes so hard, especially during the boss fights and the villains that she fights on a day-to-day basis. Because whenever she fights the villains, the final act or whatever, she has her music going, and the music just makes the animation just go so hard. It's just everything switches up, everything changes, and it's just it's pure art in its truest form, in my opinion. And with the animation, it's just all the characters are distinctly made in their own type of ways. They don't all blend in. They all have their own distinct personality, which is another point to this show, is how diverse it is. Because moving on from animation to how diverse this show is, this show depicts realistically how it would be. It's not in your face or woke, I guess you could say. It just feels natural. Each and every character, the way they are, you can truly feel how this is a true community with how everybody is. And it's the fact that we get to see all these cultures just being together in this one neighborhood. And it's just like how like Moon Girl and Devil to protect this one place, and it feels like home. Like you feel like you're actually in this community, and it's just awesome to see. Now, going on with this, with the story, I guess I'm continuing with that, is with this story, we have these arcs, and like we learn these lessons of important things. My favorite one so far is the hair episode, where somebody talks trash on her about her hair, and about how this show is able to show and tell people about how black people and how our hair defines us. Now, personally, I can understand other people not understanding it because, you know, different backgrounds and all. But me personally, I loved this episode for how it deals like with black culture and how your hair can represent how you feel as a person, how you are, and how it defines you in life. Because, you know, each time, you know, and all that stuff can define who you are. And I like the fact that like in each episode we have like different villains that, you know, have like a different purpose for the conflict in the story. I like the fact that in one of the episodes we literally have Moon Girl being trolled by someone, and the fact that it's like an actual troll, like she literally goes to the extent of doxing this person and finding out where they are to find out that they're an actual troll. I don't know why, but that's funny as hell, man. I don't know why. And it's like this show is just like so creative with what it does, and it's just funny like how the extent of what they can do. And speaking of the troll and the villains, I just want to say, like, I'm a sucker, and I'll be honest here. I am a sucker for deep cut lore villains, and the fact that they literally have some villain called Aftershock, I literally had to do the work. I looked it up. Aftershock is a super villain that's Elektra's daughter. You probably didn't know. I didn't even know that. I had to look that up. That's how deep cut these villains are.
Hey, it's me, Goku! Spider-Man.
But I think that's what also makes it pretty good, is that this is very like self-contained, all right? It's not like you're gonna see like the Avengers popping up out of nowhere, you know? But like they do make references, but it's like you remember those like phase 2 memes where people were going like, where's the Avengers at? That's basically what this is.
That you've been able to help me process.
So
You with me?
it was, yeah. We were at
You actively napping?
I drifted.
Where did I lose you?
Elevator in Switzerland.
So you heard none of it.
Where was you when I needed you?
And me personally, I think it works too. I think it works tremendously because like we don't have like these big crossover events. We just have these self-contained episodes to like where we have like this TV show that just focuses on Lunella herself. And I want to get into her, like who she is as a person specifically, because that's like what I think really stands out for the show. Now, she is a super genius. Yes, she can solve basically every problem in the show in the end and all that. But I like the fact that she's able to like learn, because this is like a coming of age type of thing, and how she has to learn how to become like a better person in this. And I like how each episode deals with this, because like in episodes we see like how she deal with being awkward, how to truly accept you are. And I think that's a great message for kids, and not just for kids, but for people of all ages, because people can struggle with that. And I like how this show is able to like deal with that in a light and lighthearted tone. And especially with a show like this, it's honestly amazing to see, because I don't want to do like the, that preach the choir woke stuff or whatever, but I think it's great that we're able to see characters of minority that are not only super geniuses, but are also able to like have like a positive impact on like their community, because we get to see like how like they don't like how Devil and Moon Girl protect their neighborhood and their people. That also want to touch on her family, Moon Girl's family. I think it's great that we get to see more representation of black families, and how we get to see how families are, especially her dad. I like Moon Girl's dad. That's a big standout for me personally. And another thing is that with the music, I just want to get into the music now. The music in this show is just so banging. It's so popping. Obviously, I can't play it for obvious reasons, but if you just listen to it to your own, find the soundtrack, just watch the show, it just feels so distinct. Like, I could truly tell that the people who made this show had a true message in mind, and it it just works so well. And speaking of that, the person who made this show is Lawrence Fishburne, and he was a big fan of Moon Girl, like the comics, like before the show came out, and that's why he voices the Beyonder. Now, I don't know if you guys really know this, but like the Beyonder is like a Avengers level threat. He's like end of the world type of guy, and the fact that he's playing this like goofy, like, you know, I'll kill you all type of character is just so awesome. It's like the Beyond, like, you need to see it to believe it. Beyonder is such a wacky character. It kills me sometimes. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Full of the exaggerated swagger of a black teen.
I like the fact that this show has like such amazing messages. Like, it doesn't feel like the show is talking down to you. It doesn't feel like it's like, you know, going like, hey there, kiddo, hey sport, you wanna learn some lessons, get your juice box, you know? It just feels like a show that anyone can love and anyone can watch. And I really feel like Marvel hit it out of the park here. I truly feel like Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur is going to be a beloved classic, especially for Marvel fans, and not just Marvel fans, but for people in general. If you haven't watched this show, please, I implore you to please watch this show. But yeah, thank you for watching this. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and don't forget to follow me on Twitter and Instagram.
Humans are useless.
Especially Eduardo. Just useless. 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 Useless.
Well, that settles it then. I'm going to erase humanity.
Wait. What?